Hi folks, Darwin Auctioneer Daniel Harris here, coming to you from the Real Estate Central office at the end of the financial year that has been 2020-21. The news coming out of the Darwin property market is we did finish in first place for the financial year, recording 21% growth. Second place was Hobart with 19.6% growth, and third place Canberra with 18% growth for the financial year. The trend there, obviously, the smaller capital cities reigning supreme. So reflecting on the different sectors of the Darwin property market, they often get encompassed into the one, but there's very distinctive different sectors operating here. The affordable housing market's where it all began. We obviously had the stamp duty exemptions there for the first home buyers that really set things on track to create the year that was. That then flowed onto the upper end of the housing market, particularly the blue chip suburbs. So just to paint a picture for you, we've had 5 all-time residential sales records set here at Real Estate Central this year that exceeded the Inpex glory days of 2012 to 2014. They were the suburbs of Alloa, Moyle, Milner, Breeze Creek and Wallagi, all recording their highest ever residential sales. Just a sign of just how strong that housing market has been. Now the inner city unit scene and the unit scene in general, that was a bit more oversupplied. So we've seen a little bit of growth in that sector, but it's predominantly an increase in volume of sales that we've seen there. So certainly a bit of growth, but nothing compared to what we've seen in the housing market. Trends we observed throughout the financial year. So to be clear, over 90% of transactions in the last financial year here in the Northern Territory were from owner-occupiers. That's people looking to reside in the properties, people that are moving homes or moving up here and looking to live here in the Northern Territory and set up a base here. That's in stark contrast to the boom we saw in 2012 to 2014, where we had circa 40% of activity was investors, both local and interstate. So very different booms there, no question. One trend we're starting to observe, and this one's only come late in the financial year, probably the last 2 months, because our rents have gone up so much, we are now seeing yields on offer from Darwin significantly outweigh the other capital cities. Now they're traditionally a bit higher than other capital cities, but at the moment they're significantly higher. That is encouraging inquiry on investment property. So we are starting to see again interstate investors and also some local investors coming into the market, and we expect that trend to continue for the latter half of this year into the following year. So in summarising, what do we expect to see happen in the next 6 to 12 months here in the Darwin market? Now you'd be a brave person to predict too far ahead in the current global environment we're in, but we do expect the momentum that Darwin's built to continue. It may not go at the same level, so I'm not expecting over 20% growth again the next 12 months, but certainly we do expect to see some more growth. There's a lot of momentum in the market. We've had a huge shift in population. If that population stays here in the Territory, we expect things to remain strong. The other one that probably should get factored in, I don't hear enough people speaking about here in the Northern Territory, never in my time here have I seen such little leakage in the NT economy. So what I mean by that, traditionally a lot of people here in the Territory, when they're doing quite well and there's plenty of businesses going really well again, will spend their money flying interstate or overseas. We've got a huge Greek and Italian population here that traditionally go and spend some serious money in Europe every year. They're not spending that money, they're not leaving the Territory. They may head off to Melbourne or Sydney, Brisbane, wherever it might be in the country once in a while, but certainly not at the same velocity we once did. So a lot of the money getting made here in the Territory is staying here in the Territory more so than ever before. I think that's a really powerful one to discuss and one that we haven't seen here previously.